This is also a winner breaks format. Let's remember that Chile appeared in this event one other time 2 years ago, and they lost to the then defending champion Team Philippines, but they put in a good performance. 7-5 they lost.
So off we go with Europe against South America. Austria against Chile, as you say. With the personnel they've got, Austria have to be regarded very much as the favourites. But in this tournament, favourites do not mean certainties.
Not at all. And it is very difficult also to get that gear going, as Mario He was talking about, to click. It's not easy in a sport where most of the year these guys are playing by themselves and for themselves. And I don't think I've watched many of these World Cup of pools over the year, Phil, and you will never see a team sail right through all 5 matches to the end. And this is what happened to Austria last year. They did not look that awesome until that final match against the USA. And even that one was in doubt until halfway through the match. So Chile wins the lag. This is Alejandro Carvajal from Santiago. And how big is this? He's got a ball down. Nice break there. Got the 1 ball down with a shot on the 2.
So basically, you have to say, it's not chilly outdoors. It's very, very warm, in fact. But will he beat Chile here in the Luan Stadium? It was an encouraging start.
Enrique Rojas. It should be noted that these two have not had a chance to practice at all in Scotch doubles. They live in different cities in Chile. So this is the first time they've actually had a chance to play Scotch doubles here. And a safety from Carvajal. We'll see now our defending champions back up at the table. Mario He said that he won't be feeling too much pressure at the beginning. I think it's actually good to feel that pressure. Oh, look at that safety. It's very nicely done.
Extension call.
Because certainly there's no pressure on Chile right now.
He's won the big China Open here in the People's Republic. Has Albin Ouschan.
And that was here in Shanghai. It's a very difficult place to come and win, especially an open tournament like that with so many great players. This country has so much talent in pool. He's got to go all the way around the table. Nicely done, and gets a nice kick to get that cue ball hidden behind the 9.
A big smile on the face of Mario He, and this is the reason why. The little nudge on the 9 ball did him an immense favour. Now there's a 30-second shot clock in operation throughout this tournament, but in every rack each team does have a 30-second extension. That's been taken by Chile here, just to work out the complexities of the escape.
Now he could pot this here. All right, so there you see the object here, 9 ball. If you're not familiar with 9 ball, you must hit the lowest number ball on the table. In this case, it was the 3. You don't have to pot the 3, but you must hit the lowest number ball. You must hit it first. After that, if any ball goes down, that ball counts, and you continue shooting on the lowest number ball. Carvajal back up at the table. Still considered perhaps the top player in Latin America. That was a terrific kick shot. And he had natural position on the pink 4. And the balls are wide open, Phil, so what a great shot. That's an early highlight coming from Team Chile. Can they convert for the first point?
Well, with this opportunity, you have to say they should. Both of these two have enjoyed success throughout South America over the years. A little bit of upper body movement on that one. The shoulder went into it, but no problem.
Some quiet, please.
There's a big confidence booster right here for Chile because great kick shot by Carvajal, and then they run out the table. They get the first point in the World Cup of Pool.
And it just goes to show that all of the teams here have to be respected. I suppose Chile would be one of the least regarded because of their lack of major international experience, but it seems to matter not. If you get the rolls and you knock them in, you can contend.
Well, it can't be stressed enough how unusual this format is for players. Pool is a total solitary sport. It's not even just solitary on the actual sport on the table. These guys travel around the world by themselves. Everything they do is they do it alone. And now you've got a partner to rely on, and you've got to learn his habits and ticks and things. And there you see the rules. Short races, race to 7. That'll be increased. Quarterfinals, race to 9, final race to 10. Winner breaks, 30-second shot clock. Each team has an extension. What's great about this also, no more three-point rule. One ball on the spot as it should be. Hand racking, just smash them and go.
And with winner breaks, you can get an extended series of racks in your favour.
Well, there you go. Right at the last second, the 7 ball down. So Chile with a shot on the yellow 1. The 2 has a guide in that green 6 to go into the side. So they're looking good here. It's just about converting. He can make this.
Well, the table nice and open again. It seems to me the title holders could be in early trouble.
Nice screw back for the 5. Oh, well done. Good control of the cue ball, and that's what it's all about here in 9-ball pool. Controlling Whitey.
Yeah. Extension called.
Extension called again by Rojas. He called the extension when he was trying to escape a snooker in the first rack. And here you can see the all-purpose bridge, the rest, as they call it in snooker.
Well, this is a dream start for Team Chile here, coming out against the defending champions Austria, and will get 2 on the board first.
Chile red hot, and the pair who've made the lengthiest journey here to Shanghai in terms of flying hours, they want to make their journey worthwhile, and as Ted said, it's so far so good.
Red hot. Didn't take you long, Phil, to come up with. That's one of your better ones.
Well, in fairness, it's an open goal, isn't it, really?
That was a no-brainer. Yep. Chile is red hot. Good one. So they will be breaking in rack number 3 because it's a winner breaks format. So certainly the pressure piling on Team Austria here. If Mario, he said before the match that he wasn't going to be feeling too much pressure as the match began. Well, if he didn't at the beginning, he is now. Because certainly, even though they won last year, they took home the $60,000 check. It all feels great. But
Chile to break, leading 2 racks to 0.
To lose in the first round after being the defending champion would be an embarrassment. So this is where this format gets interesting. So a ball is down. It's a pink 4 ball. Watch there. You see that's the wing ball. Goes straight into the corner. Now, not an open shot to a pocket on the yellow 1. But plenty of room here to maneuver that cue ball. Or maneuver the 1 for a safety.
Yes, the bank on the 1 is basically out of commission because of the position of the 2, so it will be containment.
Exactly what you said, Phil, a containing safety.
Extension called.
Extension called, understandably. The 3 and the 7 could be causing a few problems later on. But of course here, it's not about whether they escape. Of course they will. It's about where the 1 ball ends up. Making contact with that is pretty much a given.
Well,
Ouschan.
look at that. That safety, that turns out to be quite the safety because
Stop the clock, please.
Forcing Albin Ouschan into a foul. Now, ball in hand. You can now take on the foul. The opposing team can put the ball, the cue ball, anywhere on the table they want. Now, the key here is going to be that red 3. Does it pass into the corner, Phil?
I think it's highly debatable, and they're debating that at the moment. It certainly goes into the bottom right-hand pocket. Be careful of that 7 ball over the pocket. Don't make any contacts with clothing.
Well, this is a bit tricky. A reverse cut for Carvajal, but long distance. Well done. Impressive.
Well, I would hazard a guess after this shot in particular, the Austrians will be more than a little bit concerned.
Well, they have to be now. But let's get to the end of this rack. We always say in 9-ball, it looks to the average eye here that, yeah, this is a run out, but you never know in this sport. Never mark down the rack for that team until you see the 9-ball go with your own eyes.
Sometimes when a ball is deeply embedded in the jaws, it's quite difficult to judge position, but to get onto this 8-ball should be relatively straightforward. Mind you, I said the escape on the 1 was a given, and no contact was made. Good angle though now to screw across. 9-ball to follow. Chile in command.
Well, they have done everything right, and they've had some very good shot making both offensively and defensively, and they lead Team Austria 3-0.
The defending champions in deep early trouble.
Time out. Time out.
He has, and what a scoreline our first match has as well. Chile lead the defending champions Austria by 3 racks to 0, and in those 3 racks they've shown that they're good enough to potentially cause an upset. If they do win, it'll be Poland or Kuwait. in the last 16. That's our next match. Now though, unfinished business as Rojas breaks off and the Chileans continue to work things out.
The 1 and the 2 down. The 3 is open. We'll have to get a closer look to see if it's open to a pocket, but these first 3 racks, Phil, believe it or not, you could say that Chile has played textbook 9-ball pool. They've done everything right. Great safety in the last rack by Chile that forced Albin Ouschan to foul. Ball in hand, they ran out.
Oh, shot.
That is the commentator's curse, perhaps.
Yes, that wasn't textbook at all.
Start the clock, please.
And look at this. We're looking at the 3, red 3, but the 4 and 9 are lined up, and Austria took a look at that. So it's just a matter of getting on position. And how many times have we seen this in 9-ball? Yes, it's a 3-0 lead, but one mistake by the leading team and the entire momentum changes.
Obviously understandable why the Chileans wanted to place the cue ball in that corner of the table. There's a wall of balls to get the snooker, but going it off, that was calamitous.
Wow, well done. Used the 6 ball as a guide to get the 9 in. So 4-9 combination again, hit the lowest number ball, which was the 4. Anything after that counts. The 9 ball goes, you win the rack. So quickly, Austria finally gets on the board. And you would have to say, Phil, the momentum is right back with Austria.
Yeah, absolute turning point, and this is the scratch. A large area of the table for Carvajal to put that cue ball in. The only place it shouldn't have been was in the pocket. And now this one, I'm not quite so sure, you know, that 6 ball was intentional. I think we'll give him the benefit of the doubt, but the big smile on Mario He's face suggested to me that maybe it wasn't. Anyway, Austria on the board. Here's rack number 5. Rack number 4 was very swift indeed.
Thank you. Rack 5, Austria to break. Trading 1 rack to 3.
So the 1 ball into the side pocket. That's usually where it tracks. But no shot to a pocket on the 2.
So early indications, Ted, suggest that the table is breaking pretty friendly. We've had 5 racks and not a dry break yet.
Certainly looks like it. So it's about getting position off the break, and really what it comes down to, even when the table breaks friendly, it's all about holding your nerve. As the pressure can be immense at this level. So now we're going to look at Team Chile's ability to combat a safety.
Extension called.
It really is amazing how things change around. One loose shot.
Extension call, please.
Everything can go against you. The other dynamic, of course, in this tournament is that you never blame your opponent. You don't say sorry. It's a team effort, and if one player makes a mistake, the other one shouldn't feel too aggrieved.
Well, that's easier said than done in a format, you know, which is so alien to players. Oh, that was very well done to hit it. But will it be open? Yes, it's you know, it's hard enough to battle your own demons in the sport of pool, but to have to worry about your teammate where they leave the ball and certain things you may not agree with. It is hard to let that stuff roll off your sleeve and to forget about mistakes they made.
Extension called.
And that's what makes this format so much fun for the fans to watch. So no route to a pocket here. Oh, there was. Okay. It's hard to see from overhead.
Ball's nicely open. Austrian comeback. Could be gaining momentum. Of course, Albin Ouschan has played in this tournament in the past with his sister, Jasmine Ouschan, who's a really good player, one of the finest female players there is in pool.
Well done there. Screwing back for off the rail for position on the pink 4. And here you see the 2, which started this run here. Actually, what started the run was the good safety by Team Austria. They ran into the 8 ball, a little short on that orange 5. Right in the center of the pocket. Well done.
Mario He's had some very good wins on the Euro Tour. North Cyprus Open in 2016, the Austrian Open on home soil last year, Austrian 9-ball champion a couple of times, and the European 8-ball champion in 2012. He's the number 2 on the team in terms of international success, but he could be a number 1 on many of the teams here.
And these two are a real team. They travel together to these international tournaments and room together. So they're friends, and that's a big thing. And of course, they are the defending champions. So they've been through the gauntlet last year. It was not an easy ride to the winner's circle. 3-2 now. And now the heat being applied to Team Chile. Interesting fact that Albin Ouschan won last year. He was the defending world 9-ball champion. He won that in late 2016. And then the previous year, Ko Pin-yi had won the world 9-ball and then went on to win the World Cup of Pool for Chinese Taipei. So will it be Team Philippines this year? Because Carlo Beato, the world 9-ball champion, is here with Jeffrey DeLuna, a new teammate for him. Philippines has won this event 3 times, so it's very possible.
So of course winner breaks, and that's immensely important. It means that if you get on a roll, you can stay there.
Okay, rack 6, Austria to break. Train 2 racks to 3.
Austria looking to draw level after the Chileans had seemed in early control. 1 poor safety, and it's all changed around.
Several balls down, and including the 1. And a shot on the 2, and looks like we're going to be tied just a few moments. Boy, that's perfect, Phil. The 1 and the 3 down. A wide open table.
In these days of sat-nav, You very rarely hear the word roadmap apart from on a pool commentary. Apart from this slightly tricky ping 4 ball down the rail, this really is a roadmap.
Is it possible the youngsters watching out there don't have no idea what you're talking about when you say a road map?
Absolutely.
So we have to come up with a new phrase.
Well, earlier today there was some
Sat
music
map.
going on. There was some music going on in the arena earlier today, and I mentioned to someone it sounded like a disco, and they looked at me as though I was from another planet. Didn't even know what a disco was. I'm a dinosaur.
It happens quickly.
Extension call.
So just getting the exact position down. It'll be the orange 5, green 6, down table.
Should be feeling at home, Mario He. He's known as the Chinese shooter. That's one of his nicknames. Obviously of Asian descent. Also known as Yi Tonghi. 24 years of age. From Rankvila in Austria. And he's going to pop the 9 ball in a couple of shots' time. We'll see Austria equalise.
We see it time and time again in the sport of 9 ball. One mistake, you think you got everything going. You know, one mistake, it's just a mistake. But the entire momentum, you could just see it and feel it, switched right over to Austria after that scratch by Chile.
It was a loose safety from the Chileans, and they've been made to pay. And the reason for that, Austria, after being 3-0 down, are now on level terms.
Yes. So, see that there? Down there. First left. No, don't go all the way down. Yeah, just literally down there, after there, first left, no left.
12 is the number at the World Cup of Pool. This is the 12th edition of this fine tournament. We've got 12 sessions for you over the next 6 days, and this is the first of them. Austria and Chile deadlocked at the moment at 3-3. Up next, the 16th seed, Poland against Kuwait. And to complete the afternoon, here in Shanghai, it's Holland, the number 8 seeds, against Thailand.
Well, once again, the wing ball goes down. This time the 1 doesn't go in the side, but just as well, because there's an open shot on that yellow 1. Players getting a good spread of the balls in every break so far. No team has ever repeated in the World Cup of Pool, but Austria is certainly capable. They are a tough squad, but Austria is certainly capable. They are a tough squad, but Austria is certainly capable. They are a tough squad, but Austria is certainly capable. They are a tough squad, but Austria is certainly capable. They are a tough squad, but Austria is certainly capable. They are a tough squad, but Austria is certainly
Well, from here, you can't really imagine that the Austrians would miss. Well, from here, you can't really imagine that the Austrians would miss. Well, from here, you can't really imagine that the Austrians would miss. Well, from here, you can't really imagine that the Austrians would miss. Well, from here, you can't really imagine that the Austrians would miss. Well, from here, you can't really imagine. What a turnaround, but we predicted this after that poor safety shot. What a turnaround, but we predicted this after that poor safety shot. What a turnaround, but we predicted this after that poor safety shot. What a turnaround, but we predicted this after that poor safety shot. What a turnaround, but we predicted this after that poor safety shot. What a turnaround, but we predicted this after that poor safety shot.
Certainly they're obviously still in it, only 1 down, but Austria with the measure of the break, and that is so huge in 9-ball. When you figure out the break, and that's early days here in the World Cup of Pool, our very first match, but boy, they got it down. Either one of the 2 wing balls going in the corners, the 1 has been tracking towards the side, open table, getting a good spread of the balls, and there's only a few balls on the table in 9-ball, so generally you get 1 or 2 balls down, you have a good chance at a run out. The break is so important in 9-ball.
You mentioned no team had ever successfully defended this title.
Thank you, rack 8.
Philippines
Austria to
came
break,
close.
leading 4 racks to 3.
2009 they captured the title on home soil in Manila. Efrain Reyes and Francisco Bustamante. The following year, Philippines, represented by Dennis Acolio and Roberto Gomez, lost in the final to China, Fu Jianbo and Li He-wen.
That was a great Chinese squad who won 2 World Cups of pool. Li He-wen and Fu Jianbo, and they were just a superb doubles team, just like these two.
So Ted, 8 racks, still no dry break.
Well, the one ball went in that side pocket. As we say, it's always tracking towards that side pocket with that cut break, and then a shot on the 2. Now they're going to be, this is going to be a very tricky shot down the rail on this red 3. But if he gets it, that should open things up.
Extension called.
How about that? He missed the shot, and just by chance, he gets a save. So the misery continues for Chile after such a great start. And this is what we often talk about, the pool gods. You know, this.
Extension called.
You make one mistake, and they just keep punishing you and punishing you. You just got to be patient and try to persevere. So. It'll be Enrique Rojas with the short stick jump cue. Will he decide? Looks like he may decide against it. Wow. Not sure why. That would. He could certainly jump over that pink 4 ball, but maybe he's not comfortable jumping the ball himself. So he goes with the regular stick. That does not turn out good.
Ball in hand.
Not very often this happens, Ted, when I'm watching a game of any cue sports, but when he was playing that shot, I was thinking, this is not on. That didn't seem to me viable to hit that 3 ball the way he was trying it. Okay, he was applying a massive amount of side, but the shot just didn't look possible.
But you certainly would have seen Albin, Ouschan, or Mario He jump that ball. And a lot of other of the elite players who are great at jumping using the short stick. Well, ball in hand at this level, and this spread of the balls here on the table right now generally means a run out.
And if they do, you have to say they've been fortunate here, because the positional shot onto the 3 wasn't the best. Unintentional contact when he knocked in the 2. Then Ouschan missed a really difficult 3, but was lucky to get the fluke snooker, and this is the indirect result. And at the top of the show, Alex Lely was saying quite correctly that these race to 7s are real sprints at this level of pool, and I think this match underlines that fact immediately. Austria just 4 pots away from being just a couple of racks away from victory.
Yeah, Chile, even though it's a short race, you're not going to get many chances to beat a team like Austria. They had their chance. Now, it's certainly not over here, obviously, but Austria just looking very strong at this point.
Well, according to one profile I saw, Mario He is quite proficient at chess. And right now, I think it would be an exaggeration to say it's checkmate, but certainly the Austrians are in a powerful position.
We can tell already that they know what to do on the break shot. And that is just a massive advantage in pool.
And that's 5 racks on the spin for the Austrians. I think it's always good to get a tournament underway with the defending champions. Obviously, it's traditional. At Wimbledon, the men's singles, they start on day 1. We have this at the World Snooker Championship as well. The returning champion always plays on the first Saturday. This year, of course, Mark Selby was beaten on day 1, very surprisingly. Doesn't look as though Austria are going to suffer that same fate now here in Shanghai. So these are the winners over the years. Look at the Philippines. What a team they've produced on more than one occasion. Chinese Taipei, you know, have been to the semi-finals of this on 6 occasions, winning it on 1 occasion, losing in the semi-finals on the other 5. The Philippines also multiple semi-finalists, finalists, and, as we can see there, 3-time champions.
Finland and USA. Finland has the same team, Mika Immonen and Petri Mäkinen, that won it there in Manila when they beat Team Philippines. They'll be in action here in Shanghai. Team USA, one of my favorites, not just because I'm from the USA, but they made it to the finals last year. Got the same squad back, Shane Van Boning and Skylar Woodward.
Well, here we are. 9 ball, 9th rack, first dry break.
A very difficult shot on the 1 ball. And the 2, blue 2 in no easy position. So there'll be some work here. Goes for the safety, and he's left it open.
Extension called.
It's a game of tactics, it's a game of knowledge, but ultimately it's a game of potting from distance. How can Ouschan deal with this?
Oh, look at that. Terrific shot. He breaks up the cluster there. Looks like the 2 is open. That'll be a new cluster, but they can work on that.
Not so sure whether it is open, Ted. I think he can see the 2, but not to pot it. Just needed a slightly thicker contact on the 6.
Yeah, you're right. So he has to play safe, which he hasn't done. So now's the opportunity for Team Chile. They need this very badly here. But at least they're dueling it out on the table, and they're not sitting here watching Team Austria run out on them. And he's left that open. Not what he wanted.
Well, it's not as though the Chileans are missing balls. It's more to the fact that they're making safety errors. 2 in this rack already, and of course the big one that turned everything around when Carvajal went in off early in the 4th.
Yeah, the safety game is something maybe we don't often talk about, but it's just so vitally important. And most of the players that I see that succeed at the highest levels of this sport have worked long, hard hours on their safety play. I mean, Niels Fyen, Holland was a great example of that. Was known as an offensive player for 15 years and didn't have much of a safety game. Then everyone was asking, well, when's Niels going to win that world title? That, you know, in 9-ball. Well, he'd been working on a safety game for about 2 years, and sure enough, he ended up winning the World 9-ball championship. So defense does win.
Now this is the conundrum to work out. Obviously getting position from 4 to 5 will not be easy. Get somewhere in around the 5 though, and the hook in behind 6 is clearly on. Oh, delightful.
Well, that could be it. That terrific shot by Albin Ouschan opens up the cluster and the table. So not only, what's amazing is when you watch it, it's true artistry when they pot the ball, long pot, break up the cluster, and maintain position for the next shot. Amazing stuff. And that'll all lead to Austria getting on the hill, the phrase we use to mean you're 1 away from victory in the match.
Yes, after being 3-0 down, Austria have given Chile 6 of the best. It means, as Ted said, only 1 more rack is required for the defending champions to reach round 2. on the hill on day one of this World Cup of Pool. I suppose, given required to defeat Chile, and bear in mind, Chile led 3-0. Next up, it's Poland and Kuwait to complete this session, the first session of the tournament, Holland against Thailand. What a sight that is, and what a sight the scoreboard is for Austria. Albin Ouschan to break in rack number 10.
So 2 balls down. Now we could be looking at a combination on the 1 and the 8, or a carom, billiard shot. But very nice spread of the balls. They've just got to get by this yellow 1.
I'll tell you what, the end could be nigh for the team that have put in more flying hours to be here than any others. And it was all down to that 4th rack. Carvajal had 3 balls to hide behind. He clumsily ran it off, and ever since the Austrians have been in control.
And hats off to the Austrians for not losing their cool. It's very easy to do. Defending champions coming out here, prohibitive favorite, down 3-0. Just a race to 7. You could start questioning yourself, wondering, you know, what you're going to say afterwards when you get the boot out of the arena. But they came up to the table after that foul in rack number 4 and just have played really solid 9-ball pool. It's a big reach this. He's just trying to get comfortable.
He looking a little anxiously, but I think the path is there to pot the 3. Well, as I said, Chile were red hot at the start. Now, though, they've cooled off.
Well, it's Austria who did it to them after that one mistake by the Chileans, and great performance by the defending champions.
Yes, there won't be any victory for Valparaiso, success for Santiago. It is awesome from Austria. The title holders make the perfect start. They win 7 racks in succession and recover from 3-0 down to win 7-3.